So a lot of people like to question, well, how do you know that's God speaking to you or whatever not? And what does his voice sound like? Honestly, when God talks to me, it sounds like me. It sounds like my own thoughts in a sense, but it don't necessarily like sound like me, like sound like something I would say. It'd be like, I wouldn't tell myself to do that, right? For a long time, I struggled with trying to differentiate God's voice and God's direction over my life and maybe my own doing. I struggled with that for a while, and I had to ask God, like, okay, this was later when y'all finna find out why I really was struggling with it. But I had to ask for like verification. If you said this, okay, I need you to like confirm it. I need you to like show me that this is exactly, what it is that I need to do. I make space to receive from God. I make space to allow God to pour into me. And I do that by meditating. I pray to God. That is me communicating and talking with God, but that's just me talking. I have to allow God space and the opportunity to pour into me as well. And I do that with meditation by quieting my own thoughts, quieting my mind, and just being still and just allowing God to pour into me. And sometimes I use meditation as, my own reflective purposes. But overall, when I meditate, it's that quiet time for God to pour into me. And so that's how, and so after a while, like when I first learned to meditate, it was difficult trying to clear out my own thoughts. But with time and practice, it became easier. And so with it becoming easier, it allowed it to become easier for me to receive messages from the Most High. And so I recommend everybody try to, meditate. Even in the Bible, it say meditate. Just say meditate on a word, but a lot of people talk about the word as in the physical word in the Bible, but what about the words that God pour into you in your own life? The directions that God gives you in your own life, does that not hold validity? Is it not valid? You know, I go off based off God's word, what he's imparting into me to help direct me and maneuver me in my own individual life. That word is bond. That word is what guides me. And I try to be very obedient and what God directs me to do. Whatever he asks me to do, I'll do it, especially with no problem, especially after him showing me that he exists in my life and that he moves on my behalf and he is there supporting me. I'm very obedient to God's word. So yeah, God sound like me. A lot of people be like, oh, it sound like a thunder or a strong voice or wind. I don't know about that. Everybody is different. I feel like it's how we perceive God is how he will impart in us. He speaks to everybody in different ways. For some, it is through dreams. For some, it is through music, through art, through other people. Like he speaks to us in ways in which he know we as individuals will receive. I like to hear. And at first I thought that was a problem because it's like I used to never dream and I'm like, God, I can't dream. I hear you, but it's like I want to dream too. Okay? But yeah, that's I don't know. I just know that I know that I know. And can't nobody impart doubt or have me second guess that God does not speak to me. He do. And that's our business. All right.